wants to come over to come. It says this hangout is on the air. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everybody, depending on where you are. This is Lunch with Len. It's June 2nd. And the first thing I'm going to tell you is that I really screwed up big time. I forgot that we changed months. So I forgot that the old the Lunch with Len links that were up for May were disappeared. And so no email, many people didn't get email reminders. I didn't get an email out. I screwed up big time. So I guess we're just going to have a small group today. And I'll fix it before Tuesday and make sure everybody who used to be on Lunch with Len gets notified. I did put it up in Facebook in several places. I also have Larry over here, and I want to invite anyone who wants to come over and join us to come on over. I assume Larry's okay with that.
Yeah, I'm fine.
On last Thursday, we talked about, what we're going to do with Lunch with Len going forward. And one of the suggestions boldly put forward by Larry is have roundtable discussions. So Larry brought a roundtable. You did bring a roundtable, right?
I did.
And so we're going to have a roundtable discussion. That's what we're doing today. So I do not have an agenda, which means I'm counting on Larry to carry the ball. And so, again, as I said, for the folks, hi, Jackson, welcome, and welcome Bill and Chris and Rick, and who else is on?
I bet you those dark places, Jacks, are pretty dark sometimes, buddy.
Yeah. But once again, anyone who wants to come over and participate is welcome. I brought Larry in first because it was his idea to do some roundtables. So we have a roundtable. Chris, you want to join us? Jackson, anybody who wants to join us, just let me know and you're coming over. Larry, you got the ball, buddy.
We were talking, and the thing about, there was a girl that was in a Top Earners Club last year, Jessica Browser, and she is $200,000 a month in Beachbody, and her and her husband. But the one thing that she did was she made a huge social network for their groups, and what they do is they have a hangout like this once a week, and it's around their main group page. But what she also does is she found out she used to do contests for people where they're going to get cash, and people didn't do stuff. But she started making these recognition badges and stuff like that. So she has the recognition badges, even if people just recruited, or 5 people or prospected 10 people. And so what would happen is people who sat in the background and weren't doing much, when people were getting this, and she would put them on their personal page so that they would get a lot of recognition. What she found out, people would do more work for recognition than they will for money. And that's what they do. They have a weekly hangout, and they center around their Facebook, their main Facebook page. It's a closed group, but you can invite guests in there. So the guests can be in there for 2 weeks, and they can see everything that's going on in the group. And then if you don't join in 2 weeks, then you get kicked out. But I've got some examples, and Ray Higdon in his old group, they started doing these recognition badges and stuff like that in their group. I've got a couple of copies of them. I'm going to do a screen share if you want.
Okay, let me stop you for a second. Jackson and Chris have both asked to come over, and I'm sitting here clicking. Well, wait, I think Jackson may be on his way. Let me try it, Chris. Let me see if it'll get you over here. And again, Christy just joined us. Welcome aboard, Christy.
Hi, Christy.
Christy, we're just to get you up to date. Last Thursday we talked about things to do, and one of the suggestions put forward boldly by Larry was to do roundtables discussions. So today I'm just picking that up, and we're doing a roundtable discussion. Anyone who wants to come over is welcome to come over. And Chris is over. Jackson, I don't know why you're not coming over. You disappeared, and I thought you were on your way in. Try again. see if I can get the people over that want to come, and see what we can do with this. Otherwise, the next thing I will try to do is put the Google Hangout link directly into the chat. In fact, why don't I just do that anyhow? Here's the Google Hangout link. Put that directly in. Anyone who wants to come over, you can click. You can click on that link, and that should bring you straight in. That's the Google. That is the Google Hangout. So that should work. If I can't get you to come over any other way. There he is. All right. All right. I don't know why that was so painful.
Hey, Chris, you having lunch?
No, I decided to wait till after today.
I told her to bring the tacos, and here she is with taco-less. I mean, you know, I don't know. Some people, you can't.
That almost sounds dirty, taco-less.
Taco-less.
Yeah.
I just want to finish my second round of greens today, people.
Okay. Okay. While we're screwing around with the technology, is there anyone else who would like to just join the conversation? Let me get you over right now. Christy, Rick, Len. Oh, you're already here. Never mind. All right. Well,
Did you say Len?
Anybody? Buttons ate the tacos. Anybody else? Okay. All right. I don't see anybody else raising their hand and asking to come over. So let's carry on.
So Larry was going to do a screen share.
Yeah, Larry, you want to go ahead?
Yeah.
Jackson's trying to deal with his with.
I actually was going to sing a song.
Were you? Okay.
I love that.
I was told there would be karaoke.
Well, there is.
Okay, here's some of the badges that they just made. They made. Now this is for World Ventures.
Yeah.
But obviously we can get our own made. But this is an example of one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, even in the World Ventures guys, they said that it was it's working for them, and that people are doing more. And what they do is in their group, there is files, and people go into the files and they update them. So you're responsible for every week or every month updating your own files to show what you're doing. And obviously, you can lie about it if you want, but you know most people they say aren't. So, but that's one of the things that I thought to show what you're doing. And obviously, you can lie about it if you want, but you know. So, hi, can you hear me? But it's one of the things that I thought to show what you're doing, and obviously we got a feedback or something.
Yeah. Well, I think I mean, for me personally, that's true. It's always been true that recognition was far more important than money, in my opinion. And that's certainly been personally true. And I think that's true of a lot of people. So let me just sort of go on. Jackson, you got something you want to talk about here?
Yes.
We'll put it on the line.
Just say no, Len. Just say no. That's all. That's all I have. Yeah. Hey, you know what, guys? I just got off a crazy telephone call. I want to tell you the power of what we have, real quick. Just in conversation. I talked to a guy in Dallas. I mean, it was only 10 minutes ago, and I kind of told him what we had going on. And when you give somebody, we got 4 webinars. We've got Organic Blitz calls going like every single day. You know, all you got to do is throw people at me, and we'll get them done. This dude's like, I'm calling you as soon as I get off work in 2 hours. I want to sign up. I want to get going, and that's not the power of me. Believe me, trust me. It's the power of what we have. You know, Doug has built such a complete system and I'm just talking, you know what I'm talking. I'm talking the green side of the house here. That when you tell people what's in place, and you do it in kind of a commanding way, it's in a matter-of-factly way. I mean, Roseanne is like almost signing someone up every single day. Every day. And she's she went gold in like lickety split. The reason is because she's having conversations. I want to get this in guys' head, and then I'll shut up and we'll go back to the rectangle table. But this is the easiest thing I've ever sold in my life, ever.
Yeah.
I've sold health club memberships. I've sold coupons at my restaurant so that every Friday you could get your steak 2 for 1. I sold all kinds of stuff, including like multiple $1,000 investments. Nothing is easy if you lead with the greens. The greens sell themselves. What got him is I said, I've lost 50 pounds, over 50 pounds. He's like, what? What are you talking? I need some of that.
Yeah.
I need some of that. There's a lot of power. We've got a complete system. All we got to do is plug people in. And I just want to lift everybody's spirits and understand, if you will have these conversations, we talk about these no's. We almost talk about them too much because I'm not getting too many of those. It's really motivating.
I'm getting a couple. I've gotten those. I mean, people that really like the product, but they're in another MLM and they're doing reasonably well, so they don't want to break ranks or anything. And I've had a couple of those, but that's fine.
Christy, just not to interrupt you, Lynn, but Christy has too. And people we know. I'm not going to say any names just because of anonymity. But we've got people in other companies that you guys would totally know their names, and they buy the products from us, which I think is crazy. It's like, I'm schlepping XYZ, but it's almost like these people do that produce, like you were talking about, Len, on your awesome webinar when you talked about, the people that make this stuff, they're not eating it. We've got people in multi-level marketing companies, and they're not. They're selling their stuff, but they're buying our greens incognito. That's a good place to be.
Hey, yeah. Speaking of things like that, what do you see? I'm not going to reveal it right now. I'm going to save it for tonight. But what do you see on Toxic Talk tonight? I came up with something that will just absolutely blow your mind, just. Unbelievable what's going on out there. That's it? That's all you have to say? Cool.
Well, I mean with that full load of oxygen in my lungs, that's all I have to say. But I'm gonna recoup, and I'll be back. I'm gonna talk to Rick on the phone while you guys are messing around here.
Well, Rick's right here, so let me just go down. Chris is sitting next to you. Chris, what's on your mind today, Chris?
I just joined. I posted in Shift Up, but I just joined from the fan page Food Matters. They're going to do a free 3-day detox, and they have a private Facebook group to go with it. So far, 685 people have joined. It starts June 24th, and it's free. Now, don't you think there should be lots of people in that private group that I can speak with?
Oh, my God.
Absolutely, yeah. Wow.
That rocks.
How many are there? 600 of them?
685 have signed up so far, and this is the first time I've seen the link to sign up for it. So, but if you go to the Food Matters fan page, there is a place there you can sign up.
Did you send us a link to that fan page, or?
I put it in Shift Up.
Okay.
In the group.
Okay. Can you put it in Lunch with Len?
Sure.
And because you probably can't talk to all 680 of them yourself, so maybe there's a couple that the rest of us could talk to. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure that there's going to be a lot more between now and the 24th.
So it's a 3-day detox. I might even want to consider doing that myself. That might be worth doing.
I guess we were just talking about that before we went live, Len.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys Do Christy's what do you do, Christy? Oh, where is she? She's not here. The Green Challenge.
Well, I'm doing the Green Challenge. I mean, I've been in the Green Challenge since she started it. I don't know that I may have lost track, and maybe I'm supposed to be reporting results or something, but because I'm not reporting them, but I'm certainly doing it. I'm doing the greens and reds religiously 3 times a day now, and
Hey, Len.
yeah.
Do you talk about? I mean, seriously, I'd be really interested in this. How is it making you feel?
I am feeling better today than I have felt in many, many years.
Years.
Many years, yeah. I've gone through years of, mid-morning, mid-afternoon slumps. Now, I will admit, I actually had a little bit of a mid-morning slump this morning. I went and joined Toby on the couch for about 20 minutes. But still, my energy, yeah, he let me have a corner.
What a guy.
Yeah, that was nice of him. But hey, you know what? I want to get over to Rick because he hasn't had a chance to say something. But then I got something I got to show you guys, you guys and girls collectively. But I really feel good. I really absolutely feel good. You will never. You couldn't take those away from me over my dead body.
I know, that's how I feel. Same thing. It's weird.
And I'm really anxious.
Okay, Len, let's not talk about that stuff right now.
Okay, why is that?
Your dead body, come on. Let's not have jokes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a little out of key, isn't it?
Okay, well, thanks for pointing that out, Larry.
No, shit. Thanks for pointing us to our mortality. Appreciate that, Larry.
Yeah. I am really personally anxious. I want to get the B things. What are they called?
B tabs.
B tabs. I want to get them. I can't wait to get those. So in the next shipment, I'm going to have the B tabs.
I take the B tabs. Buttons loves them too.
Yeah.
Chris, did you notice? Chris, you were on the greens and the reds and stuff. When you started taking the B tabs, was there some significant difference?
Yeah, I'm not as stuffed up. I must be allergic to everything out here in the desert. The wind blows out here constantly, and there's tumbleweeds and all sorts of junk out here. And I've been really stuffed up, but it has eased a lot since I started taking B tabs.
Well, I didn't realize this, but first off, let me say this in case there's anyone else who didn't realize it. In our back office, there are a bunch of little short 3, 4, 5 minute long videos, testimonials about almost every one of the major products. I didn't realize they were there. I just found them today. I keep going back in and poking around and finding things I didn't know existed. But I watched the video on the B-tabs today, and there was a testimonial about asthma and allergies, that someone who had asthma for years and now they don't have to use the inhaler, the asthma thingamajobber.
That's so huge.
Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, I've got a friend up in Livermore who can't go out of the house without her asthma inhaler, and I'm gonna talk to her today about this stuff.
Awesome.
Hey, let me get over. What's on your mind, Rick? Anything? Well, no, I'm sorry. That sounded like an insult. I didn't mean it that way. Yeah, you got anything on your mind, Rick?
Yeah, I'm insulted. I'm leaving.
All right.
No, sir. I'm just following along. The only thing I have to say is the greens and reds have made a difference in my life, so I'm enjoying them as well. So.
Yeah.
I had a question for Jackson, but I don't know if this is the proper forum to ask it, so I'm just going to keep it to myself.
No, it's a round table. You can do anything. It's like never ending. It's kind of infinity. Go for it.
If I pull the plug on the broadcast, you'll know it was the wrong question.
Yeah. If we all go dark, you'll know you screwed up, Rick.
Well, me and Larry did a mastermind yesterday. We noticed that you had closed down one of the messages on Facebook, the instant messages group. So I was just wondering if you did that on purpose or if there was a mistake or what happened.
No, that was entirely just because of you and Larry.
Okay.
We just wanted to get you guys out of the group. There was way too much cross-dressing, and people objected to it. It's not our fault as much as it is of your makeup line, gentlemen.
You know what?
Listen, I'm tired of getting blamed for Larry's mistakes.
What, Larry?
My work is complete now.
No, listen, what we're going to do is we're going to open up one helpline for everybody and just make sure it's going to say Asante Help Chat so everybody understands what the function is, because there was a little confusion. And, you know, guys, I'm human, just like everybody else. I got pissed off. I saw some stuff that I didn't like. It pissed me off. I'm going to be okay. Give me a couple of days, a few fifths of alcohol, and I'm going to be fine. Everything will be back to normal.
Was it one of my gifts?
Yeah, it was you, Rick. It was that and the naked dance picture that you sent only to me. That was I appreciate it, and I saved it, but it was very, very. It was not okay. It was not.
I get
okay.
thousands of hits on that in a day. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. All right. Let's convert. I want some three-way calls out of that. No, it'll be returning, and everything will get normalized. Just, you know, we're all humans, and you know, we're all a family, and just like any dysfunctional family, you know, sometimes we you know, we have to make adjustments, and really that's what it's about. Because listen, here's the beauty about that chat. Most leaders won't do that. They won't put themselves out there on a constant chat, and here's the reason why. First of all, it reveals their downline. Second of all, there's some liability. Someone goes rogue. Someone, you know, you spend all day trying to keep people. I mean, I've been on the phone all day long going through my contact list. I've talked to Craig Castler today. I could just go through and just give you a roll. And then when something comes up that's like, you know, hey, check this out. You know, I understand that's all cool, but at the end of the day, we have to understand that that's not cool. You just got to, you know, things got to be, you know, if it's an Asante chat, that's what we need to be talking about. And I think that people understand that a little more clear when it says Asante Help Chat. So it'll be returning. There was too many chats too. We need to consolidate it. But everybody has to be sensitive to the fact that, you know, this is about one purpose, one mission, and we're all locking arms and we're rocking and rolling with it. And I don't think that was just clear enough. That probably could be my fault, and so it'll come back. But we, you know, and I thought maybe we'll just do independent leaders. But you know what I love about it is I love the camaraderie, and Christy and I both really love that feeling that you can reach out and you're never detached, and we can all share information. And so as long as everybody respects that and moves forward with that, I think it'll work fantastically. But no, it wasn't. I've had so many people go, hey, why did you kick me out of the group? And it's like, I kicked everybody out of the group, even me. And but it's going to come back, and we just have to be sensitive to the fact that, you know, at the end of the day, you know, every single one of us in this room love you guys, you're sweethearts, and absolutely adore you. But at the end of the day, we came here to make some money and change our lives and help everybody change theirs. So we have to stay true to the fact that this is a business venture, even though it feels just sometimes like family and we have a lot of fun, which I think is awesome. But we have to remember to maintain a certain amount of respect for the mission so that everybody can actually enjoy that venue and be helped by it. Does that help, Rick?
Yes, sir. I just noticed the immense amount of notifications I was getting on my page. So when people were talking,
you thought we didn't love you anymore? We love you.
I know you love me. Just send me cash.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else have anything to add to the conversation today?
Larry looks like he's chomping at the bit.
Oh, no, I'm good. I just, you know what, I just have to get this stuff out to more people. I got an opinion, because I've had a couple companies bounce on me, and I don't think this company is going to bounce. But what I've done is created for the toxic talk and the 10 Americans. I made pretty links for them. So
Cool.
you guys just send one. You send one link for both videos. I send people two, and it's just Larry Joe Ryan / 10 Americans or Toxic Truth. I'm sorry. So, but that's what I've been doing. It's funny because I did just get off this cruise, and with Ray's group, we're not supposed to be prospecting it, people in the group, and I guess people forgot that one because I was prospected about 5 or 6 times. So
did you learn anything about Ray's cruise? Should we have you come on as a guest and teach us what you learned?
It's a lot of it was mindset stuff that we already go over and stuff like that. It's just help us. It's got to help me refocus, because I definitely want to. I enjoy the products too. I do the greens 3 times a day, and one time I put the reds in them with them too. I like the body products, and I got to tell you, those Power Pops. I was never a candy person. I could have 4 or 5 of those, especially the bananas a day. Holy crap, are they good?
You know what? I mean, that's something that we all need to think about. What Larry just said, because the guys, the Winnegers made their fortunes. I mean, they did it with New Skin. They were like the top guys at New Skin, and then they decided to do their own thing. And the first thing they came out with the Power Pops, and it just went crazy in Hollywood. Eat candy, lose weight. I think if we all start hooking into that a lot more. We're going to get a sensational. I mean, just don't even talk about the business. Don't even talk. Just say, put a picture. And here we are. Glad we're here on Lunch with Len. Put the picture of the Power Pops and talk about eating candy, losing weight. And if you guys don't know how to get the link, I'm going to do a video. But if you want to get with me personally, and you want to know how to take the link from your Asante page to put the Power Pops there and talk about it, we should be posting that every day. And say, you could even do like, oh my gosh, I'm kind of embarrassed. I know better than putting my deal on my page. You're not really supposed to. But I gotta tell you about these Power Pops. Man, you eat them and you lose weight. Eat candy, lose weight. I just couldn't. You could do a video, whatever it is. Guys, the power in that, I think, is going to be phenomenal. If you're, I'm going to do it if you want me to test market and follow me later. But, I mean, I think that you've got something there, Larry. I think those Power Pops are really strong. And a great lead-in. Once you get, like Roseanne, just call. I'm on the phone with my buddy in Dallas, and she's typing. She's like, I got another one. She came a wholesale customer, and now she wants to convert. She wants to upgrade. What do I have to do? And so don't be afraid to make just customers, you guys, because customers convert.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. In fact, let me toss this out there. I sent a message to Doug last week, suggesting an alternate close for the Organoblitz calls. The Organoblitz calls really focus in on the business, and they don't leave. There's nowhere in the call that says, "Hey, if you don't want to do the business, you can still enjoy the products."
That's a good point.
And I think we should add that at the very end. It's like, hey, this business may not be for you, but the products certainly are. So get back with the person that invited you to this call and get started. Just to let people know that, hey, because I got people coming on the call that they don't want to do the business. So anyhow, hey, I got something I want to share.
And Len, that can also be a follow-up point. When you follow up with the people, because it is kind of addressed when it says, "Hey, listen, shouldn't you at least go ahead and check out these products and see what's going on?" I do agree, by the way. I think changing Doug might be like changing the face of Mount Rushmore, but we can follow up with them and always say, hey, listen, you know what, at least try the products, because I'm telling you, they're life-changing. If you've ever trusted anything that I said, try the greens and try the reds. Make a $100 investment with yourself, and everyone I've said that to, it's absolutely changed their lives. And then leave it at that.
So I want to take just about 1 minute to show you guys something. I have discovered the secret to social media marketing. Now that's a bold statement. So I'm going to do a screen share. Tell me you can see my screen.
Yep, we can see it.
You can see Facebook.
Yep.
Totally.
Here's the video I put up yesterday. 405
That's
views.
Toby.
Yeah, 405 views, 23 comments, 61 likes.
Do we all have to borrow? Are we going to have like kind of a timeshare thing with Toby where Chris gets him a weekend and Larry gets him? And is that what's going on?
The secret to social media marketing is get a dog and make videos of it. It's the most engagement I've ever had on any post I've ever made for any reason whatsoever.
Well, I told my friends that you were okay just yesterday.
Do you know, I discovered another one about 6 months ago. Have an aunt die on you, and then make a video about your life with her and your cousins. I think that video, I just put it on Facebook because I wasn't going to be able to make the wake. That got 600 views or 600 plays. So
You only have so many aunts, Larry.
I know, Irish Catholic, we get a lot.
I don't have any.
I can bring up the ones that are already dead because
Mine are all
bring up
dead.
the ones that are already dead. We vote for them. You might as well just keep using them.
Oh, this is turned into macabre.
Okay, listen, guys and girls. Chris, you got any final comments you want to make, or are we all done here? Time for tacos? Anybody?
Buttons wants to say hi.
Buttons. Hello, Buttons.
Here she is. Say
Hello.
hi.
She can't even
Alrighty.
see us, can she? She knows mommy. Look at that. No more nose hairs.
All right. Hey, don't forget Talk tonight. We're taking on Hairspray tonight. Do you have anything you want to say about that, Jackson? And I'm going to tell you guys, I've uncovered some really interesting stuff. I'm just going to tell you, you're not going to. Most guys don't use hairspray. I don't think they'll do that. It's mostly the women, but some guys do.
I resent that.
Rick does.
Oh, there's hair stuff for men.
Some of us don't even have any hair to spray. I mean, anyhow.
You can still spray it, Len. Spray what you spray what you got. I'm going to do a hashtag spray what you got.
Okay.
Just don't have to use as much.
Yeah. You know what? Listen, I just love Toxic Talk. I really do. And I was talking to Fireball about it, and you know, what he said is he goes, J-Man, I don't know where you find this stuff, but keep on doing it because this is hot. And that's not to blow anyone's horn. It is, because you know what? When people go to a call, even though the Organic Blitz call it's a good call. It's a great call, and the Shift Up is a great webinar, and they're converting. But listen, guys, when people think they're making their own mind up about it, that's powerful.
Yeah.
And that's what we allow them to do on Toxic Talk, is we allow them to get the information and make their own mind up. We are showing them the problem, just like we've all been trained to do, and then we're also illuminating the solution. And we're doing it one product at a time. And not only that, guys, listen, the whole entire, we're allowed to advertise this in the Asante secret group. So it's going to cause a lot of momentum. Bring your people there, because when people see other people and they're in the chat, it's the only reason I'm hanging on to webinars on air, is because the chat is so valuable.
Yes, agreed.
You know, it is. I mean, people want to feel like they're part of something, and a lot of leaders control their chat and they chastise people and they turn it off. We don't do that stuff. We don't do that stuff because people want to feel like they're part of something, and when they do, then they attach themselves to something. If people think it's their idea, absolutely. And you know what? Wait till we do the candy one. We all need to be thinking about these power pops, because when we do we're going to do that. We're going to do what's wrong with candy, and then we'll introduce that. And so we're constantly, like, Lynn and I and Mario and Christy are contemplating and putting our heads together as we go forward. In the next week, Tell them about next week, Len.
Well, next week we're going to start in the GMOs, and we're going to take a look at what GMO really do, and we're going to dispel some myths, and we're going to look specifically. I think specifically as a starter, we're going to pick canola oil next week, but we're going to look at GMO, and I've already.
I'm going to march against Monsanto on Saturday.
Okay, well, yeah, those guys. All I can say is, wow, I had no idea. So yeah, so be on Toxic Talk tonight, by all means. Tuesday, we got Clive Jeffries coming on, and we've all been with webinars with Clive before. He's awesome, absolutely.
Who's going to close Clive? That's what I want to know. Who's going to close Clive to change his life?
I don't know. I've tried.
Me too.
So I don't know. Maybe we got to cut him up in pieces.
Maybe we just need to all get in a bus and just drive down to Florida and kick his ass.
There you go. Anyhow, we got Clive coming on.
Appreciate it.
We got Clive coming on Tuesday, and that will be social media, Facebook marketing, finding leads, and some of the more recent tricks that are working on Facebook. So.
Can I say something?
Pardon me?
On Free Daily Coaching tomorrow morning, I have Angel coming on. We're going to talk about how she looks for prospects and three-way calls.
Cool. All right.
I got to tell you, Len, this is exactly what I had in mind. Is this little roundtable we have here today? It was working on our businesses, and we got great ideas back and forth, and this is exactly what I was hoping for, and it turned out good, And it's a good thing we don't regulate chat, because otherwise, most of the time, I'd be kicked out.
Yeah.
Larry and I usually end up in the same jail, by the way. But he doesn't like oranges, and I don't like bologna sandwiches, so we trade. It all works out.
I'll tell you another one that we ought to talk about sometime, but we're over today, and we're going to let it go. But this is a teeny tiny little bit of essential oils. Bob turned me on to essential oils. I'm going to tell you, I went out to the river, went water skiing, came back with about 10,000 mosquito bites, maybe only 9,999, not sure. Bob rubbed lavender on my mosquito bites, and they quit itching. I went and got some essential oils. I got peppermint going right now in front of me, and I love it. I'm just absolutely loving the essential oils. I've never used them before in my life. They're incredible, really incredible. So that's. Can I say
something? Can I say? I know we're over time. Can I say something on that note?
Yeah. You can.
By the way, Len, I heard you that one time when you said J-Man on a webinar and not talking. Oh my God, I heard that. I was driving, but I heard that. And I thought to myself, yeah, that is novel. But you know what?
You told me you were on the webinar, but you couldn't talk, and I was in shock. It's like, now what do we do?
Yeah, yeah, you were. And I almost wiped out on the freeway when you said that, but thank goodness I had my greens on board. I got to tell you, guys, a real story, real quick, and you might have heard me say it before in a testimony, but I went, when we came from Texas to Colorado, we went from like, an average 65-70% humidity to like 15% humidity, and it affected me a lot. And I was on that Afrin. I couldn't breathe. I got sick, and I couldn't breathe. I mean, and when you can't breathe, believe me, you do just about anything, right? Because you can't breathe. And so I started using the Afrin. I got hooked on it, and I wanted off it because the more I started learning about toxins, I mean, it's about a year ago, the more I started learning about toxins, the more I was like, oh my God, this is really bad what I'm doing. And then Janice Savo, I think, was the one who talked about eucalyptus. And so we got the eucalyptus, and I have not, literally every single day, Christy can tell you, I was using that stuff like a fiend. And I don't anymore, and I don't even use the eucalyptus anymore. That helped me breathe. I have it by my bedside if I need it. But with the alkalizing and the green stuff, I don't have that problem anymore. I mean, we have such... Look, there are people that wished that their products... They talk like this. They do. Oh, they're the greatest thing. And they have to talk really loud, and they have to shout it to the rooftops because it doesn't work. It's crap. And what we have... You know, I was talking to somebody today, and I said, look, nothing... in Jesus' name, is going to get in my way of doing this because I have sold too many things. I started out selling rainbow vacuum cleaners after the Marine Corps in Alaska, door to door. That's a hard sale, folks. And you know, and but this is the easiest frickin' thing I've ever sold in my life. All you have to do is talk to people. And if you can't do it, just convince someone to get on the phone. I gave my cell phone number in there. Put it in your phones. I will take a three-way call at 3 a.m., I promise you, to help you with your business. So we've got a great group, and I agree with you, Larry, and I love it. We should do this as often as we can, Lynn. It rocks.
Cool. All righty.
All righty.
All righty.
All right, Toxic Talk tonight, you guys. Love you.
Are we all done? Are we all done? Everybody had their say?
What time
Can
is
we
Toxic Talk?
What, Larry?
What time is Toxic Talk?
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every show I do is at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, except in the mornings when it's 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. No, Mountain Time. Never mind. Are you confused yet?
Yes, I am. But thanks.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an hour before the PCI webinar.
Now, Lynn, is it true that you're going to wear something sexy?
Probably not.
Damn
Nothing.
it. Thanks, Chris.
All
I
right.
gotta go, people. Have a great day.
Good night, everybody. Good day, everybody.
See you
We'll
tonight.
see you. We'll talk some talk. Bye for now.
Rock, Lynn. Thanks.